Hello everybody and welcome back into a brand new episode of Minecraft Prison. Today, of course, we're back on AkumaMC, the most overpowered Minecraft Prison server that there is out there. You guys know that, and I'm sure you do by now at least. We are, I believe, 3 episodes into a brand new season, which means that we've still got a lot to do this season. We've still got a lot to do, and of course, we're going to start today by doing something that is pretty important. Now, speaking of things that are pretty important, there are a couple of things which you guys are going to do when you join this server. First of all, use my IP, Generzon.AkumaMC.net, but also I realized that a lot of you guys haven't done /redeem space Generzon. Okay, now that actually gives you 5 free loot boxes whenever you join the server, which is basically free keys, free money, free everything. So you may as well go ahead and do that and get yourself some free loot boxes. So as I'm sure you could tell, today we are going to be getting or finding out the way to get unlimited multiplier for our pickaxe here on AkumaMC Prisons. Now it's actually very, very simple. It's not as hard as it may sound. So you guys are going to want to stick with me because I'm sure you've probably figured it out by yourself. It's pretty self-explanatory, but we will get there. Now, in order to do today's episode, of course, we've actually acquired some tokens. Now, I'll tell you guys exactly where those come from. In the first episode, I believe, of the season, we actually opened a bunch of crates as it was the start of the world episode, and we basically got 12 rank keys within that first episode. Now, I decided not to sell them until literally last night, and I sold them for 500 trill a piece, which means that we now have 4.6Q in the balance. So we essentially got rid of all of those, and we are now, you know, we're pretty up there in the balance, which is actually going to allow me to do a couple of things in the next couple of episodes. Now, I wanted to do this one today because it's kind of important for prestiges. Now, we already have 77 million prestiges, as you can see on the right hand side over there, but I feel like we need a little bit more. So what I'm actually going to be doing today is 2 things. We're going to be getting the multiplier up, and we're also going to be getting our fortune, because they kind of work hand in hand if you think about it. Like, you get a lot of money. Now, the multiplier is only for currency, and currency is only relative to your prestige. Now, prestiges, of course, are relative to gems, because you get gems every time you prestige, and that is important because we have a bunch of gem enchants which we need to get this season, and I'm sure you guys know how this works by now, but I'm just kind of letting you know if you don't. Let's go ahead and do our daily spin and hope that we can get some pickaxe levels, which it can give out, but I don't know if we will get them. Nope, we get some omega keys. That's okay. So yes, what we're going to be doing today is essentially applying those 2 enchants. Now, the multiplier comes through an enchant, which should be right here, Multiplier Finder. So as you guys can see, it's going to cost me 148 trillion tokens to max out. Okay, now that's actually not that much, considering that fortune is actually going to be 400 trillion. It's literally like we're focusing on the multiplier, but actually we kind of should be focusing on the fortune. But either way, the reason why multiplier is going to be so effective is because the whole time we're mining and we have that enchant, our multiplier will consistently go up. Whereas obviously with fortune, we cap out, we get fortune, and that's it. Like you get fortune 2 million, and then what? You know, nothing else really happens. Whereas with multiplier, the whole time that we are mining, that thing is going to continue rising. It's kind of like an infinite fortune, if you will. So let's actually start with the fortune. So let's max that out and get ourselves up to 2 million and see if this really makes a difference. So let's keep an eye on those prestiges on the right hand side, because those should, yes, they do start to fly up, which is exactly the kind of result we're looking for, because like I said, prestiges mean that we're going to get more gems, and gems is what we need. So, with this being said, yes, they are now shooting up, and they're actually making a dent. Before, when we were mining, I'm pretty sure our prestiges weren't even going up. Now, the thing about the multiplier finder enchant is it's not going to make an instant impact. Like, you know, like it's not like fortune where we bought it and we can instantly see an impact. It's going to take us a little while to actually be able to appreciate what it's doing for us, because we have 64,000 multiplier right now, which is pretty good, but obviously it's going to take a while to grow from that. Now, I don't actually remember the last time I claimed my V-kits, so I'm just going to see if we can. Okay, no, 1 day, 20 hours. We can't claim any V-kits right now. We should have some keys, I think. I was on for a key all. Yes, it looks like I was on for a key all last night, so we do have a bunch of keys, which hopefully we can achieve some contrabands out of. No, we can't. That's okay. That doesn't really matter too much. All right, so we got some things which is going to help us out today. That's good. Now, like I was saying, the loot boxes is what you get for free when you use /redeem Generzon, and you can get multipliers out of these as well. So expect my multiplier to climb a little bit through opening those, which it did. Not really sure how much I went up. Oh, I forgot that I grinded my pouches as well. So let me go ahead and use those, because those are going to give me some usable tokens right there. Yeah, that's all I grinded, I think. And we have these grenades as well. So these are going to be very, very effective for me right now. Oh, I shouldn't have placed it right there. That was kind of a bad placement. These are going to be effective for me right now and help me rank up a couple of times today. We already got a mine upgrade in today's episode. I'm not sure if you eagle-eye people were paying attention, but we did get a mine upgrade today already. So, I don't know. Maybe we get another one. I feel like we should be able to, because it's not too difficult to rank up right now. It's not the easiest, but it's definitely not too difficult. So I think it's about time we look into our multiplier finder. Let's go ahead and spend 150 trillion tokens on this enchant, and it is not one I don't think that we can prestige. I'm pretty sure it's not one that we can prestige. Yeah, so fortune is also not one that we can prestige. So these are its maximum kind of potential here. Now you will see, if you look on the right hand side while we're mining, my multiplier is actually going up, and it is noticeably going up as well. Like, you can actually see it making a difference, which is always a good thing, because it means that our multiplier will grow from 74,000, and you know, while we're mining, we're going to kind of just notice that we're going to start to earn more, which is actually this is the thing that kind of confuses me, but I kind of get it. Obviously prestiges cost more. Well, I think they do. Prestiges probably cost more the higher you get, right? So although our multiplier is scaling, it's probably not going to be scaling at the same rate as our prestige amount, right? So the multiplier is kind of going to offset, so you kind of need this to try and keep up your level of prestiging, if that makes sense. So right now, you'll notice that if you look in the top right, my prestiges are coming in pretty, you know, pretty fast. Like, we're getting, what is that, like 0.1 million? What is that, like I don't even know what the math is, like 100k prestiges. We're getting them every kind of 2 seconds or so, which is good, and it you know, and it is good. But the higher up our prestiges go, the slower that is going to get. Now I'm hopeful that the multiplier that we're continually getting right now will kind of offset that, so that we always kind of get 100k every couple of seconds. But I think what's going to happen is at one point the prestige is going to become so expensive that the multiplier isn't going to be able to keep up. So I'm hopeful that then we can kind of get into the gem enchants and get like Dragon's Eye, and what's the other one? Second Hand, I think. So those two kind of put together will actually allow us to kind of get double procs for things depending on what enchants are going off. So obviously Multiplier Finder would kind of benefit off of that, as well as all of my other enchants that are proc chances as well. They would kind of benefit from that. So you just kind of got to work on everything at once. Now, as of right now, I could actually max out Second Hand, so I might go ahead and do that right now. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if we should or not. I don't know if we should. Screw it. Let's do it. Let's do 50 levels right now, because this should essentially mean that my multiplier comes in faster. Now, the activation chance of Second Hand going off is 7.26. So with that being in mind, I guess within that 7.26% chance of when it does actually go off, we then have an additional 37.5% chance of our multiplier going off. So we're working in very, very small percentages of how much that'll help, but I'm hopeful that we will kind of notice it, and our prestiges will continue to rise at the rate that they are or were. So we just got to kind of keep up with it, because right now, you know, we're getting prestiges and our gems are coming in, but I think they're definitely starting to slow down a little bit. Now, I'm actually going to AH my token pet that we got in a couple of episodes ago, because there's one on the AH right now for 1Q, and I believe we could probably undercut that and go for 800 trill, which I think is going to be a good price, and it should sell pretty quickly. So I kind of just want to get rid of that. So hopefully that sells somewhat quickly, and we can kind of just get that going, because I don't really need those pets that we have right now. I'm quite content with our universal one that we have, our bomber pet. As for right now, I think the bomber pet is probably a good option. I don't really remember what percentage it's doing. Next time it drops a piece of TNT, we'll have to take a look and see what percentage of my rank up it's doing, as to whether it's even still effective. Because if it's not, then we can kind of work on something else. But I also realized this season that it boosts your tokens up to 2.5 times, which I'm not sure if it did in previous seasons. Let's see if this makes a big difference. I don't think that even made 2% difference. So maybe it's time to give that up and learn or use something else. Let me know what pet you think I should be using at this point in the season, because I feel like we might be past the bomber pet now that I think we hit like rank 250. I'm pretty sure it's kind of where it starts to become a little bit ineffective. But yeah, let me know, because you guys are probably way more expert than I am at this. So the mythical enhancement pet, which I also have, is going for 800 trill right now. So what I think I'm going to do is pull that out of the PV and just kind of auction that off as well. We'll just do it at like 700, you know, just try and undercut people really, and try and get rid of some of these things which we kind of have around that are just kind of like wasting money, really. Like I could do with that kind of stuff right now, because we have a lot of enchants coming up in the next couple of episodes that are gonna probably drain our token balance pretty big. Now, I do want to say that a couple of episodes ago, we did a little treasure hunt around spawn. Congratulations or thank you to everybody who participated in that, because that was a super fun thing for me to do, and to watch you guys figure it out was very, very cool. If you guys weren't a part of it or you didn't see what happened, basically, we had 23 signs hidden around spawn. Now, I'm not going to spoil the answer, because if you guys still want to do it, all the signs are still there. But basically, the way that it worked is there was a sign right here, so a color that is bluey purple. So the answer to this one I'll give you is indigo. Okay, and the letter H assigns it to us, like where it needs to be placed in a sentence, right? Every sign has a letter on the bottom, and that is to do with where it's placed in a sentence. So there are 23 around these around spawn, and they form a sentence once you get the correct answer to every single one of them. Someone did already win, and they won $100 worth of crates. So I was just kind of mentioning that now, because if you guys want me to do something like that again, then please do let me know in the comment section, because it was super, super fun to host, and you guys seem to have a lot of fun doing it. And you know, maybe next time we can put some more rewards on the line and make it even harder, because you guys were, I don't know, some of you guys were getting there, but I think it took about 12 hours for the first person to do it. So yeah, it was definitely interesting. You guys definitely tried, and I would definitely be tempted to do it again. But congrats to whoever the person was that won. I can't remember the username, but GG's. So today we have essentially activated our enchants that are going to get us an infinite multiplier here on Minecraft Prisons, which is actually kind of insane. I don't think I've ever seen something like that before, like before this server. So that's actually pretty cool. So all the time that we're mining now, our multipliers gonna be going up, and we're gonna be earning even more money. Guys, that is gonna be it from me today. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you do hit that like button for me. Also, if you're not subscribed, then hit that subscribe button, because I think I looked the other day, and in the past like month, we've had like over 100,000 people watch these videos that aren't subscribed, which is ridiculous. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, let's do this. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure you come and play this server. All the information to join Bedrock, Java is all down in the description. Guys, that is gonna be it from me today, and I'll see you all in the next episode of OP Prisons here on AkumaMC.